very, very happy birthday to United by Ink. Good evening, everyone. As we gather here today for this beautiful celebration of UBI's 8th anniversary, we are not merely marking time, we are honoring a journey. 8 years ago, a space was created where words were not judged but welcomed, where ink became identity, where strangers became a community, truly united by ink. UBI has never been just a platform. It has been a bridge, a refuge, a spark. And tonight, we let poetry take the center stage to move us, to challenge us, comfort us, and maybe even transform us. But before we begin, let us take a moment to appreciate and thank profusely the founder of this platform, United by Ink, Sapna Shivani Kekriji, who has kept this flame alive for 8 years. 8 years of voices, 8 years of stories, 8 years of strangers becoming a literal family. UBI has shown us that poetry is not about perfection, it is about presence. It is about daring to feel and daring to share. Tonight, let us honor that courage. So, today, as we hold this poetry session, we celebrate not just poems, but courage, because every poem is an act of vulnerability. Every line is a heartbeat placed gently before an audience. So, a very, very warm welcome to all of you. I am privileged to be welcoming all these lovely poets on stage. Thank you, Sapna Shivaniji, for giving us this platform.
Thanks.
Welcome to.
Thank you so much for a wonderful start. And please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. And with your permission, I take the program ahead. Yeah. Welcome to the stage. Welcome to this beautiful program. All the lovely poets, Saraswati Poswal ji, Sujata Chatterjee ji, Gauri Bhargav ji, Prisha Gupta, and Afsana Badar. We have a guest of honor for today's event, and I feel privileged and honored to invite my dear friend and a very good poetess, a story writer, Gauri Bhargav on stage. Welcome to the stage, Gauri.
Thank you
Gauri
so much.
Bhargav.
It's a privilege and honor to be on this stage. Thank you, Sapna ji and Lalita ji, for having me here. I feel indeed greatly honored to be here today.
It's our pleasure completely, ma'am, that we could have your August company and we will be able to hear you and know more about poetry in so many more ways. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So Gauri Bhargav is a certified storyteller. From Kathale Academy, she has conducted several storytelling sessions for students across India and workshops for the teachers. She's a founder member at Kathashtakam Global by Enlit Kids. Her story narrations have also been aired by Talking Stories Radio, which is a channel by London Radio. Gauri also enjoys weaving words into stories, articles, and most of all, poems. She has written poems in more than 100 different styles. Her works have found space in more than 20 national and international anthologies by various literary platforms. She attended an intensive haiku workshop conducted by Kala Ramesh last year and is proud to be an active member of Triveni Haikai Forum. Her haiku and tanka have been published by Haiku Katha Monthly magazine several times. And she has her website where she showcases her content. Her website is gauribhargav.com. So welcome to the stage, Gauri, and what are you going to recite today for us?
Yeah, thank you so much for the lovely introduction. So, today I would be narrating a poem from my anthology, Wind Blown Landscapes by The Significant League. So, let me give a very short introduction about my poem. So, all the poems in this book are based on Tinai or Dravidian aesthetics. So, without going too much in detail, what I would like to say is Tinai poems involves application of the geography and socio-cultural, political, economic and landscape, architecture, human relations. So all these aspects are applied while writing a poem. So that's the Tinai or Dravidian aesthetics poetry. So this poem, I don't want to give a lot of introduction, but what I would like to say is this is a very nostalgic poem. It's a mixture of reality and fiction, but what sets this poem apart is the use of sensory perceptions. So as you all know, sensory perceptions, the what we see, hear, smell, taste, feel. So all these aspects, when used in a poem, it brings poem to life. So I would like to demonstrate that by reading out my poem. And
Welcome.
this use of sensory perceptions gives a kind of immersive experience, and also it helps to narrate a story and give a profound message in a very short format in the form of a poetry. So that's the short introduction that I would like to give. And let me go ahead with my poem, and you'll know for yourself. You can just feel all the sensory details that have been added to the poem. There may be some vernacular words, but still you will be able to follow the flow of the poem. So let me begin my poem. My poem is titled Uprooted. So here it goes. I still remember the December in my ancestral village. The gilded nostalgia still breathes as though imprinted on my mind's page. The miners and cuckoos orchestrated the arrival of dawn. Wake up, my party, grandma, would shout, clad in her madisar all of 9 yards. It's time to bathe at the Kaveri river, she would say, giving us turmeric and shikakai. We used to drag ourselves, and so did Selvi, our gardener's daughter, to the river after gulping a cup of kanji. On the way, we counted the columns or the rangolis drawn in the entrance of every house. So lovely they were. But never did we step on them. We didn't dare. In the river, it was fun to splish and splash. In bliss we seemed to be. The cattle mooed, hens clucked, and peacocks with their glossy plumage rustled. The scenic landscape offered breathtaking sights, and we'd be thrilled. And when we were done, we got dressed in our pavadais vibrant and marched towards the temple, Perumal temple, with excitement. The chanting of divine mantras, bhajans, tintinnabulations of the bells, and how we were mesmerized by the sambrani and incense smells. The Pulyodarai, Sundal and Pongal Prasadam as offerings during the month of Margari. We ate and saved some for later gladly. On the way, we used to go to Sandai or Bazaar to purchase knickknacks, few. Also for Amma, we sometimes purchased glass bangles in red, green and blue. And once we were back, it was almost time for lunch. Gopal, our gardener, would pluck bananas from the backyard, a whole bunch. We sumptuously had our meal on a banana leaf along with banana fritters to munch. Gopal ate too, and so did Tenmori, his wife, and daughter Selvi. We proudly used to call them a part of our family. Now, unfortunately, I'm preoccupied, and so are my parents with a busy city life. However, my party, grandma, still lives in her house that breathes, her only company, true family, being Gopal and his wife. Thank you.
Very beautiful. And actually, it took me back to my childhood days because we have been born and brought up in the north. And whenever we go to visit our grandmother, visited our grandmother, our party, and all what you told us, it actually came alive for me. So I think it was nostalgia for each one of us, where we have all changed into, living in urban jungles, where we all miss our homeland, we miss our villages, we miss those days of our grandmother, family living, and everything. Beautiful, beautiful narration. Thank you, Gauri.
Thank you.
I just have a question for you. That since you're a storyteller, what do you find more amusing? Writing stories or writing poetries?
Yeah, Actually, writing both, but writing poetry comes naturally, and sometimes poetry is good in the sense we can tell the whole story in a short number of words. Especially when it doesn't have very difficult words and it involves rhyme and rhythm, it's easier for people to connect. And sometimes certain things are better told in stories. So it all depends on the subject that we are trying to convey. So,
Correct.
yes,
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you.
I move on to my next guest, Preeti Warrior from Mumbai. Preeti, are you here? Yes. Preeti Warrior is from Mumbai and she has completed her master's in electronics engineering and is teaching in an engineering college, Mumbai. She is one among the winners of Times of India Write India campaign season 1 for the famous author Anita Nair. Her work can be found in many anthologies like Arising from the Dust, Born Too Soon, She the Warrior, Travel Diaries, Secret Diary, A Kaleidoscope of Asia, Sharing Lipstick, and Shattered. She's a regular blogger with many platforms, many literary platforms, and she enjoys writing 100-worded stories. She has garnered appreciation on many, many such platforms. She has also won many prizes. Her website is preetiwarrior.com. Welcome to the stage, Preeti. And what are you going to recite today for us?
So I'm going to recite a poem. I'm taking it from my website. I had written it and it's there on my website. So recently, when there was a rape that happened in Calcutta, I guess last year, that's when I penned this poem because that was a case that came out. I mean, people were aware, people knew, people fought for justice for the girl, and there are a few cases which are coming out, and people we are at least trying to do something at least for a month or two. Things happen, but I feel there are so many things, so many rape cases perhaps that are going unnoticed, untold. People like us and people who even want to help might not be even aware that these things are happening. So my poem is about an urchin, who sells something on the roads. And then if something, God forbid, happens to her, who's to know? I mean, she has nobody. So my poem is based on that. How bad it is and what is happening in India. Every 5 minutes, there's a rape happening. So it is more of an, emotional kind of a poem.
Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So the title of my poem is A Trivial Tale Untold and Unheard. The cacophony on the street pierces the peace of wee hours. I toss and turn, lulling myself to sleep. The clamor rises. Wide awake, I open my eyes. Damning the noise, I pull the curtains to peep. Straining my eyes onto the dimly lit road, hunched over the pavement, her frail frame I catch sight. Isn't she the little girl I encounter every day? The urchin selling flowers at the traffic light? And around her are her brethren, the offsprings of the street, nudging and prodding, urging her to talk. But she refuses to budge, perched down, gazing listlessly, until they disperse, and it's daybreak on the clock. I'm groggy from last night. I crib all morning of big cities and their crammed, humble abodes, and those like mine right at the crossroads where sounds of traffic and vendors noisily float. On my tardy morning walk, I spot her. I know her from the disheveled hair and tattered dress. Stretched out on the cold cobblestone footpath, she's way too young, 9 or 10, I guess. Her pale lips look parched. I buy her a cup of tea. She gawkily sits up, her face writhing in agony. What was the ruckus at night? I gently query. Her eyes swell up, but she wipes the tears, her face stony. I sold a bouquet at the red light last evening. A burly man grabbed my hand when he paid. I struggled to break the grip, but he pulled me into his car. I called out for help, but none came to my aid. It was dark and dingy in the hell he took me. But there were more, their hands rough, their breath on my face. The pain was awful. They touched, they mocked, and flung me back here. Oh, I feel so disgraced. I'll inform the police. I'll take you to a doctor, I plead. But she waves me away, too scared of being harmed again. Walking towards her indifferent herd on her wobbly feet, she lifts the flowers to sell. off to earn her bread, hiding the pain. An orphan child is violated, and the world doesn't know or care. A rape every minute, many unheard, many untold. How long can we bear? Thank you. This is my poem.
Very profound and very, very beautiful, heart-wrenching, heart-touching poetry.
Thank you, Lalita ma'am.
Yeah, and actually, whenever we take out the newspapers in the morning and read at least 3 stories of such child abuse is there, and we feel so helpless that we are not able to do anything about it. I just have a question to you: that do you think that the world that has urbanized now, since we talk about so much of digitalization and urbanization, does that have has anything to do with child abuse?
Yes, I definitely think so because just now when we heard Gauri's poem, if I imagine a village, maybe with a few houses, and we might even know many of the children personally, maybe they're connected to us, maybe they come to our houses to fetch water or something. But in a city like Mumbai or any city, urban city, who has the time to actually care for somebody, talk to somebody? I mean, I also in the poem, I would see her as an urchin, a disturbance, somebody who makes noise and somebody who begs at the traffic signal or something like that. And we really don't have the time. Nobody has. Even when the girl is actually pulled into a car and taken away, nobody noticed because it's a huge city, huge traffic. Who would notice such a thing? And even if we do, how do we, we won't go behind them and chase the car or anything. We go our ways, that happens in its way. So urbanization is definitely it has kind of disconnected people from each other. We don't know who our neighbors are, honestly, in the 4 flats, what is happening. Definitely. I mean, it has made us more disconnected. Though we are all connected through phone and internet, we are personally totally disconnected
Yes,
from
and
real
one
life.
more thing I would like to add is the digital world, that the theme of UBI is holding the event on this theme of digitalization. I also want to add that everyone is so much exposed to the digital world that we have no control over it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whatever was whatever in those days a child would not know, everybody now
Hmm.
knows about it. So I
Yeah.
think there is a lot of exposure of unwanted and unwarranted
Yeah.
material in the world today.
Yeah,
Thank you
also, yeah, true.
so much, Preeti, for your lovely,
Thank
lovely
you so much.
poetry.
Thank you.
Uh, Very nice. So we move on to our next guest for today. She's a young girl, a very enterprising, very promising girl, Prisha. She's a college student. She is welcome, Prisha. She is a fervent contributor to 3 anthologies. She reflects some of her ardor and prepares readers for the heartwarming, thoughtful storytelling in her work. She's still at the start of promising her literary career, having published her 3 anthologies. But I wish you all the best of luck for your future career in this literary world. I know how beautiful your stories have been. The range of pursuit lists in her bio shows a writer who's busy with her graduation studies in humanities, though quickly gathering esteem in her career. Welcome, Prisha, and I'm really, really waiting impatiently to hear you. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. So today I am presenting my own self-composed poem, and the poem is about how the monochromatic fabric of our lives is leading us to follow a certain rule, a certain group, and how we should be a rebellion in our life, how we should go away from the crowd and join our own listening, our own thoughts. And this poem is about all of that.
Welcome.
So, thank you, Pam. So, the title goes like Be a Noun in the World of Verbs. Be a noun in the world of verbs. Stand your ground when current disturbs. While all rush in fleeting streams, be the anchor and not the dream. Isn't it irony, strange and sly? For words are more than rules we keep. They are the thoughts, they are the seeds, both strong and deep. Be the meaning, firm and true, not just the act the crowd will do. The grammar we see, the poetry we don't. The essence we miss while chasing what won't. We solve the equations but lose the song. We solve the equation but lose the song, forgetting where our heart belongs. The song of night, the dark and light. It matters what we hear and not what we recite. For whispers can teach what voices betray, and silence can speak in its own quiet way. While irony, while irony dances with the metaphor's grace, and paradox hides with a shadowed face. What rhythm the future may choose to compose, no one can tell, and no one knows. So let your life be the poem you write, not just the word in the grammar of night. Be more than motion, be more than the sound, be the presence the world has found. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautifully crafted poem. Very
Thank
nice.
you, ma'am.
Yes. And I wish and pray that you be that courageous child who always raises her voice and doesn't let silence overtake you. I think you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
another poem in tow.
Yes, ma'am, I have another poem.
Okay, please proceed.
Uh, okay, ma'am. The next poem is like gilded cages of ages. So, this poem is about how corruption is leading to more agony and struggle, and how the same old sins we used to talk about in our epics, in our daily lives, are still existent, and that needs to be noticed. So, the poem goes like the shadow feast upon the shore, they mock the glass of every store. With velvet tongues and hearts of stone, they claim the gold as theirs alone. They fill their bag with public spread, while leaving common hopes for dead. You may ask what makes a nation rise? Is it a king with hollow eyes? But look through time, see the mirrors still cracked, the same old sins are still intact. For the Sita, for the Sita who walked through forest fire, betrayed by whim and dark desire. In every street a Draupadi stands with trembling hearts and iron hands. The court is full of silent men who watch the dice to be tossed again. They pull the veil, they pull the veil, they test the soul to keep their grim and crass control. My next question is, does empathy just fade and die while stars reach the morning sky? The suit is new, the throne is bright. The suit is new, the throne is bright, but why do we still shiver at night? Why do we still shiver at night? Thank you, everyone.
Beautiful, beautiful, Prisha. I
Thank you,
think
ma'am.
it aligns with Preeti's and Gauri's poem too, where you are
Yes,
talking
ma'am.
about girls shivering at night with people around having a velvet tongue and a heart of stone. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our next guest tonight is Dr. Afsana Badar. She is a homeopath and lives in the nature-bound Madhi Bagh colony, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Having grown up in the lap of nature, she has developed an innate passion for writing about its beauty and its wonders. Even though she chose medicine as a career, her writing continues to be her passion. Her articles also feature regularly in Central India's most read daily, The Hitvad, and the Twinkle Star Weekly magazine. Her novel in verse, Nostos Homecoming, The Stoem, written in limerick form, was published, which is garnering rave reviews from the readers. The book was launched at the Hyderabad Lit Fest in January, and she was also part of the Indore Lit Fest, where she spoke on her book. And UBI, on behalf of UBI, we wish to thank Afsana Badar for gifting some copies of her book, the same book she has written. Let me repeat the name. Her novel in verse, Nostos Homecoming, The Stoem. Thank you, Afsana. She has also co-authored two anthologies, Revolutionaries of India and A World bag full of stories. She has been connected to various online and offline book clubs and open mics, both as a host and as a participant. And she also takes creative writing workshops in schools under the Magic of Pens initiative. Afsana cherishes spending her leisure time immersed in nature. She's a very nature loving person, enjoying activities like singing, listening to music, and nurturing little animals and birds. So, welcome to the stage, Afsana.
Thank you
And
so
what are
much,
you going to
Lalita
recite for us?
ma'am. Thank you so much, Lalita ma'am, for the lovely introduction. A very good
Welcome.
evening to Sapna ji, the all poets with me here today, and a lovely audience. I thank Sapna ji again for and UBI for this wonderful opportunity today. So today is a very special evening, the evening of Valentine's Day. So what else to talk about but love? Love comes in different shades and forms, and different intensities too. From the very subtle forms, which we sometimes don't even acknowledge, to the more passionate, knocking the door love. Let me share with you today the parameters of love. My first poem is titled Heartbroken. Heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. No, not because someone promised me light and left me in the darkness. No, not because someone offered to listen but chose to ignore instead. I'm not that kind of heartbroken. My heart breaks to see a mother lose her child or the child lose its mother before it is time. When a father is forced to send his kid to the dorm because he is unable to tame his as per society's norms. My heart breaks when a mother has to wean her child of the comfortable means. My heart breaks when I see hate all around, when love was once here abound. Friends turn to foes, society on fire. It's as if the humanity is on the extinction spire. How do I stop humanity from getting extinct? How do I mend these broken pieces of a heart in the mold called a human being? How do I pick up these tiny messes? Can any heart remain intact an entire existence? No, we all break. Sometime, someday. But surprisingly, we still live. We survive. Just like that. Broken, shattered, imperfect. The imperfect pieces of what was once sent down perfect. I ask, why? Why me? Why us? Comes the answer from within. We break because we've broken others too. We shatter because we've shattered too. Hearts in love, in friendship, in greed, in guilt, in envy, in hate. Who's going to mend us now? Save us now? We ourselves. Who else? Get up and mend a heart. A tiny step. Mend a heart even if you haven't broken it. And someday there'll be someone mending yours. Become the most beautiful example of heartbroken. Thank you.
Beautiful, very nice, beautiful. And it shows in how little ways we can be kind to others, give them some love, where we can help people, and so that we don't break anyone's heart, and heal ourselves also. We should not be harsh on us also. That is, I think, the core of your poetry.
Yes.
You have something else in hand to recite?
Yes, I have another one. So, moving on to the more common take on love, the love shared by partners. The title of my poem is We Are Not at War. We are not at war. We are made for each other. We are surely not at war. Why do you listen to others when they judge me? I never listen and believe when people speak ill of you. As a woman stands tall behind every successful man, so does a man behind every woman. No point in my existence is devoid of your presence, and I believe mine in yours. We are not at war, we are made for each other. Why do you want to rule me then? You already rule my heart. Is it not enough? We are not master and slave. We are partners. Then why do you want to be my boss? Why can't we be just partners? Partners in good times and bad, in health and illness, in euphoria and depression, in argument and discussion, in abundance and scarcity, in prosperity and adversity. Share what all that we have. Give each other all that we've got. We are not at war. We are definitely not at war. We are made for each other. Thank you.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. And you have, I think, given the crux of a relationship that holds good when we are made for each other and we are not at war, means there is no ego in that relationship. Beautifully put and beautiful, wonderful words you have used. Very
Thank you
nice.
so
Thank
much,
you.
Lalita
Thank
ma'am. Thank you.
Our next guest for the evening is Dr. Sujata Chatterjee from Kolkata. Dr. Sujata Chatterjee is an anesthetist by profession, and she began her journey as a writer at the age of 8. Inspired by her maternal grandfather, she started writing poetry, and slowly she started writing in her school and as well as in her college. She has passed journalism from the Delhi School of Journalism, and she began writing from the column "A Patient I Can Never Forget" in Women's Era. Her ambition was to publish her poetry and stories to reach out to readers. So her first book, Flights of Fantasy, her second book, Looking Through the Prism, and another book, Waves of Fortune, got published. Later, her book of poems, Wind Chimes, was also published. She has participated in various contests and has won many accolades from various platforms. Her books have found their way to the Delhi Book Fair, the Kolkata International Book Fair, Kochi International Fair, Allahabad Book Fair, and Agra Book Fair. She has also written for a number of anthologies. Welcome to the stage, Dr. Sujata Chatterjee. What are you going to
Thank you
recite for
very
us
much.
today?
Thank you very much. And I am overwhelmed that Sapna and you, Dr. Lalita, you have given me a chance to speak my heart out in this platform.
I
And
also want to add here for everybody, Dr. Sujata Chatterjee has been one of the founding members of UBI, and I'm glad that she is a part of today's session and she's a part of the UBI Fest. She's been with us
yes,
all this journey. She's seen UBI grow from that baby steps to right today at the age of 8. So, congratulations to you, to Sujata, that your
thank you.
baby
Thank
UBI has turned 8.
you.
Yes, and it is
And
our privilege
congratulations to you too. Yeah, congratulations to you too, Sapna, because your baby has turned 8 today. And we were there right from the beginning when we had met during the Delhi World Book Fair, where
Absolutely.
we, yeah, where we
Yeah,
showcased our books there. My Looking Through the Prism and yours, Oski Bunde. I
absolutely.
remember that.
Wonderful.
And
So, on a lighter
the
note, I would wish to add that Dr. Sujata Chatterjee was the anesthetist when the baby was born.
Yes, absolutely. You're right.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and the poetry which I'm going to recite today is from my book Wind Chimes. I think you have seen this book,
Yes,
and
you're welcome.
yeah, and this book actually, this poem is actually about a personal experience about my son when he first went to school, when I dropped him to school. And now he is doing his PhD in Chicago. He long time he has grown up, but he's without me. But the first time, my feelings which were there when I dropped him to school, holding his hand. So here it goes. The first time. I remember the first time I took my son to school. I made him learn all the P's and Q's and also the rules. Holding my finger, the little one walked, not knowing what was in store for him as we talked. I told him of the playmates he would meet, all teachers and the headmistress on the seat. In the premises, a beautiful garden, a park, where he would, on his first journey embark. Lovely fairies in colorful dresses, looking so innocent with their hair in tresses. The tiny elves who would play around and loiter in the classes and in the ground. There would be colorful blocks and vibrant toys available for all girls and boys. A blackboard where the teacher would show figures of numbers and alphabets kids know. Hearing all this, the little one said, "Mom, I'm not at all afraid. But tell me, Mom, will you be there to cuddle me when I need your care?" To this, my silence was heavy with remorse. "I'm always there for you, for better or for worse. Just call me and I shall be by your side. To love and care for you, I shall abide." We reached the school and I bid him adieu, handed him over to the security in blue. He whimpered as he was taken away, "Mamma, Mamma, where are you today?" My heart did cry, my soul did weep. I knew he was hurt inside very deep. He was searching for his mom who wasn't there. How would he receive her love and care? What about my promise to be by his side? When he called me, why did I hide behind a tree to avoid seeing the sight?
Sujata, you are frozen. I think
There
she
is a small
lost
technical
connection.
glitch, I think.
She lost connection probably. She's back.
I taught him the
Sujata,
P's and Q's and the rules.
I
Yes.
think we missed the last para. You may repeat the last para.
Okay. What about my promise to be by his side? When he called me, why did I hide behind a tree to avoid seeing the sight? Calling his mama to hug him tight. When this memory haunts me down the years, my voice does break and my eyes have tears. The first time when my son went to the school, I taught him the P's and Q's and the rules. Thank you.
Beautiful. And I think each one of us can relate to this situation. Every mother here can relate to this situation. And every mother must have cried on the first day of her baby's school going, I'm sure. So I just have a question to you, Dr. Sujata. You are a doctor,
Yes.
and since the first day of the school, you said you felt so bad when you left the child at school and you cried and everything. So how did you balance your profession with your child?
Actually, my mother stays quite close by. She is just a block away from my house. And I used to drop my son to school and all, and then I used to go out for work to the hospital. And my mother used to bring him back from school, and he used to stay with her till I came back in the evening, and then I brought him home again. So I used to work the whole day, and Sunday was a holiday usually. So that was when he was also there at home. So more or less, I balanced my career and my personal life in that way.
Yes, because you had good support of your parents and
Yeah,
yes,
my
yeah,
mom was close by, and
yeah.
I still had a 12 hours maid who was working from me, but she hardly looked after my son. My son was looked after by my mother only,
Mother.
my parents, my father and mother both.
Okay, okay, okay. Do you have another poem to recite, Dr. Sujata, or this is the only one?
Okay, I can recite another one if you give me a little bit time.
If you need some time, then I think we can move on to our next guest by the time you sort out your poetry. The next guest for today.
I've got the poetry, so from the same
Okay,
book.
Okay,
wind chimes.
please carry on. Please carry on.
The title of the book is Wind Chimes, and the poetry's name is also Wind Chimes. It's about how what the wind chimes actually is, practically is. So listen to the tinkle of wind chime. It's like a poetry which does rhyme, like a cuckoo bird which tells us the time. It's a sound of music that touches the soul, each of its limbs always engaged in a role, as if the wind chimes are aiming for a goal. It is said wind chimes brings us blessings and wishes. Is it a baby girl blowing her kisses? Or is it the luck brought by turtles and fishes? It has the bells which rings out with pride, hanging by the door, swinging with the tide.
There is some problem with the
Again,
internet
I think
connection.
the connection is lost again.
Yeah.
Found reminds us of the luxurious windy breeze blowing in and out of the door to please the wind chimes whose motion does never
Sujata, your voice is breaking, and I think we lost you a
cease.
little twice.
Like
Sujata?
okay, how much did
I mean,
you hear me?
there's some
Yeah.
glitch
Can you
in
hear
the
me?
connection. Hello?
Let's. Yeah. Can you
Your
hear me?
Can hear you now. Can hear you now. Last verse
Okay.
was not heard, so you can repeat the last verse.
Okay. It has bells which rings out with pride, hanging by the door, swinging with the tide, sweet smiles of a lovely shy bride. Makes it go around, making the merry tinkling sound. Delicious windy breeze blowing in and out of the door to please the wind chimes whose motion does never cease. It hums like a child who has found a treasure in a calm moonlit night, which adds to pleasure in the vastness of the beach, having no measure. Good fortune, the wind chime forever sings like a peace loving dove which flaps its wings, and tidings of good luck it always brings. Thank you.
beautiful, though we lost connection thrice. But whatever I could get of your poetry, it was the beautiful wind chime, which I think we all enjoy listening to when there is a small breeze and the wind chime goes musical. Beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Sujata. We move on to our next guest, Saraswati Poswalji from Delhi, who is an Indian poet, activist, multilingual poetess in English, Hindi, and Punjabi. And she has written more than 3,000 poems on many literary websites and contributed more than 200 anthologies, both national, international, and has also received accolades for the same. She's an independent poet and editor focusing on contemporary verse, acting as a steward of contemporary poetry. And she has authored and published the anthology Musing Showers and Symphony of Peace. Her best platform to publish poetry is Sargam for literary interaction. Here she offers 8-line verses and quotes, micro poetry and sketches programs, weekly Zoom meets, publication of monthly Tahira A Zine. Her ideas are like fireworks and is the glue holding the poets together, I'm sure. And very many best wishes to you, Saraswati ji. Please welcome on stage. And what are you going to recite for us today?
Firstly, good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. My heartfelt thanks to Lalita ji for describing me so nicely. And thank you so much, Sapna Shivani ma'am, for always encouraging and supporting and inviting me to all the shows. I've been participating with her since they had this baby birthday we are celebrating today. Wish you all the best for this celebration. It keeps on rocking, and every year, every moment, every day in the all the events we keep on participating. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity, and your baby gets shine and beautifully. Lovely wishes to you. And now I'll go with one of my poem. It's these are the Valentine days going on, and whole world is celebrating. So how can we get away from this, the major topic? So that one poem is from Thought Lantern, recently published with an anthology of my ones, and it illuminations of love and devotion in this anthology. The title of my poem is Love is Spiritual. Love is spiritual. Love is spiritual when touched from the soul. Two hearts pour, no expectations, no envy. Love is journey from one birth to another. We meet our loved ones who apart from one body. We meet in the new birth. Soul travels. Love never alters. Love is connection from soul. No boundaries, humility with peace. No lust can deceive. In silence we receive. Love is purest. Love is purest. Love is purest and spiritually touched, either from heaven. Love drops like rain. If we feel in the silence. Love is transparent, no goals, no success can hinder its path. It's genuine, authentic. It's simple, tranquil bliss of heaven. Love is integrity, unites every soul. No falls can prejudice, no tides can be an obstacle its way. Oneness of reflects. If we truly give love, love is sweet. Love is always like nectar, sweet even in pain. Love can be enjoyed, and it gives contentment. You know you are in love, you are in peace. You know you are in love, you are in peace. Love can be for anyone. Thank you so much. This was
Absolutely,
one piece of
absolutely.
mine. Can I go with one piece of mine?
Yes,
Another
yes,
one?
go ahead, please. Yes.
Yeah, that's on, it's on, like, it was on love, and I'll go for the peace. If peace is there, we can definitely go with love also. The title of my poem is Peace, Peace, and Peace. All manifestations is with love, unless we do not soak all hours, unsung sacrifices, burning all the dreams for self-classification, deep under our heart, and fly with the legacy of love, unfurling the impeaceable thoughts to perch peace in the world, fly in the sky without boundaries like a dove. To teach the word peace is sufficient for those who love and know how to adore, leaving all the unridiculable holy complexities from the liberalizing and manifesting for the rational qualities. No interfering the majestic power of nature, serving peace to all the tender birds and souls, busy in their audible and inaudible rhythms of euphorias. That is peace, peace, and peace. So let's practice for love and peace to make the world to live. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity. And
Yes. Beautiful poems, and you had a beautiful relation, showed a beautiful relationship between love and peace, and vice versa. Very beautiful, very nice.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Today, we have been witnessing such a plethora of emotions, thoughts, and everybody has been talking about various, thoughts which they come across and which they've been penning all these years. And we have seen Dr. Lalita hold the session so beautifully. I would like to now invite Dr. Lalita Vaidishwaran on stage to present her piece of poetry. And we all know her as Lalita, the writer. She's a gynecologist by profession and a writer by passion. That's what I know her as. She's been publishing so many books. I think 8 books of hers, poetry in both Hindi and English, have been published. 2 books of anecdotes, short stories are in English, and a few in Hindi as well. She has been a part of a lot of anthologies, including ours. We have a book called Lost and Found in Digital Era, one of our anthologies from UBI. Even she's been a part of that. And we've seen her for so long. You can visit her website as well, lalitas.inc.in. I'm happy to see the ink out there connected with you. Thank you so much for holding the session so beautifully. Here, I want to also add that Dr. Lalita has been a pillar of strength for the UBI team, and thank you so much once again for taking care of so many things at the back end. All our the work which is happening at the back end, we have such a wonderful team, and Lalita ji has been a big support system. Be it book giveaway, be it reaching out to people, or anything and everything. As a team, we have been together, working together. Thank you so much. I want to take this platform to wish you all the very best for the future as well, and would like to invite you to present your poetry. Welcome, Dr. Lalita.
Thank you so very much, Sapna. And it is entirely my pleasure to be associated with this beautiful platform, as I started my literary journey with this platform. So I want to thank you, your team, and as I always say in all my programs with you, that UBI is my mica.
I love that line, and I love to hear that.
Yes. Love to work with you, love to work with UBI. And even if I'm not very regular with UBI, somewhere or somehow I find my place there, and then I catch up where I left. So
Always yours.
and it is
You
my
can come
privilege
back
and
again.
very proud moment today to be showing this book.
Oh,
Lost and
okay.
Found.
Wow. You know
Yes.
what? I'm also having the same book in my hand because
Oh
I
my
want to read
God!
somebody else's poem today.
Yes. So today I thought of taking this opportunity of reciting my poem, which is here, and this
Oh
was my
wow,
first
that's such
anthology.
a coincidence. Oh my God, I was
Yes.
just reading that.
And
Oh
since the
God.
theme is also digital era, so I thought,
Oh,
what better a moment than this to
wow.
show this,
Please
showcase
go
this
ahead.
lost and found of UBI, and
So
me being a part of this was my first anthology. I knew the word anthology by this book only.
I'm so happy to see this
Yes.
happen. All right, welcome.
Okay. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of being associated with UBI. So I go recite my poem, which got published in UBI's anthology, Relationships Lost and Found in the Digital Era. We found our old, long lost friends living across the sea, like minded strangers, then joined in to become an extended family. We laughed and sang and pondered along. Life became easy on the click of a mouse. Passions found platforms, talents got showcased. Digital era, our interests aroused. However, we uploaded pictures to garner admiration, but forgot to enjoy our moments, dear. In our haste to click, like, and love, we ignored the beauty of those who were near. Family members, each sat in different rooms. Digital toys in kids' hands, irritability sore. Children forgot there's a real world outside where athletes run and footballers score. Let's not lose values in the modernity quest. Let technology and values together reign. Let not traditions, culture, and family bonding suffer so that whatever is lost is found again. Thank you.
Superb. Wonderfully penned. I loved it at that time also, and I'm loving it again to hear it from you. I've read it
Thank you, Sapna. Yeah,
while
because actually
editing.
digital era because of UBI and like-minded platforms like this, we found our showcase talents being showcased. We could write, we could see our passions being pursued, we could sing, we could and especially UBI alone has so many branches of platforms where you can write, you can sing, you can dance, you can cook. There are so many, yeah, you can showcase your talent in so many ways. So digital world has really, really been a revolution. That is what I want to say, and with a little caution where you can always exercise.
Absolutely, absolutely true. And today I'll take an opportunity to present a poem of somebody whom we lost in the process of all these years. And I've just felt that today, remembering her, I always remembering her. I remember her when I speak to Lalita.
Yes.
We had a very wonderful poetess, Sonia Sethi, and she is no more with us. We lost her during COVID, but I have her poem with me, and as luck would have it, it's the same book, and it's
Same book.
first poem was Lalita's in that
Second was hers.
list of poetry, and the second poem is Sonia's. And they used to be always together and talk, and like we used to be like really a family, or it was a very different kind of a bond which we had. And so today morning, in fact, I remembered Professor Dr. N.K. Sharma, and I presented a poetry which I wrote for his book. And in the evening, I just felt I wanted to remember Sonia, missing her today. Or every year, I always remember her, in fact. But today, finally, I felt like reading her poetry instead of only remembering her. So, presenting for everybody Sonia Sethi's poetry from the book Lost and Found in the Digital Era. Relationships in the Digital Era by Sonia Sethi. World is shrinking. Yes, the world is shrinking. I fail to understand. It was the same if it measures of water and tank, water and land. The internet and the World Wide Web connect us across time, miles, and languages without any fuss. The world has evolved, and so has the human race. The world has evolved, and so has the human race. Technology transported man from real to the virtual face. I'm connected to a comparative stranger. I'm connected to a comparative stranger miles away, while the ones sitting next to me are drifting away. Is there a void in our existing real life relations? Or there is a void because of the virtual connections? Are we running away from reality, seeking refuge for love and approval of virtual friends in measures huge? We share and bear ourselves with utmost audacity. We share and bear ourselves with utmost audacity and bond with the person on the other end who is absent physically. We connect with each other at the touch of a button. Oh, but do we not miss the human touch of that same person? A warm hug, a comforting touch, sounds of giggling cannot be replaced with the silent stickers emoting. Both worlds allow us to interact with others, but one is more innately fulfilling than the other. I have personally never understood what to make of these virtual relationships, but nevertheless miss them in considerable trepidations. Now they are an important part of my reality. I often try to decode their place in life's modality. One fosters true human connections. The other tricks us into thinking we are connecting. Although I want to keep a safe distance and stay objective, I gain from these relationships that enrich my perspectives. Be it real or virtual, I deal with them with honesty. Both the modes of living are but a travesty. I really want to wish her a wonderful abode wherever she is. And Sonia, maybe at that point of time, we used to also discuss, this virtual reality and virtual distances and everything. But at the end of the day, today, in spite of never have ever met her, I hold that bond with her. That is what we have found in this digital era. That is what we have found. And I know we have lost her, but I will never lose touch with her, be it whichever realm she is in. So this is the beauty of digital era, which I wish wherever she is, my words travel to her and she hears me. Dedicating
Thank you,
this poem
Sapna.
to her.
Yes. She was a very beautiful friend, a very noble soul, and thank you so much for remembering her today. It's giving me goosebumps as I remember her. She was a very good friend. As you said, we have never met, but all three of
Never.
us, we three of us had that bond where we could
Very
laugh
different
out
bond, very
together.
different bond we had.
Yes, yes. And
So that's the
yes,
beauty of virtual world. That's the beauty
yes,
of this digital zindagi and digital connections. That in
absolutely.
spite of never have met her,
Met.
I'm teary-eyed today when I'm reading her book, when I'm reading her poetry. What is that? It's probably some connections from some long lost in some years whenever we
Yes.
were born in together,
Yes.
maybe like sisters or family or God knows. अगर
Yes.
कोई
A
मानता
soul
हो तो
connections or something.
कहीं
Yes.
पुराने जन्म का कोई शायद रिश्ता था वो
Yes.
जो
Yes.
आज भी connected है. And thanks
बिल्कुल.
to the digital era, we could connect to her. Otherwise,
We
we would
could
have never
connect.
got to know each other.
Yes. She had joined UBI before me, and I could see her winning all the contests. And when
Just
I
to
came,
be
I gave her
writing
some
so
competition,
well.
and then still we were never rivals, we were best of friends.
Yeah, I mean, that is the beauty, it was never
Yes.
a competition. It
No.
was like, but nudging each other to grow more, to
Grow
write
more.
more, and to
Absolutely.
learn more.
Yes.
That is something which I think we must learn from these people who are there together in spite of never meeting each other and supporting each other still.
Right. The sisterhood that we have in this group.
Yes, true. That's why we call UBI as a family. We've
Family.
never thought that that
Yes.
somebody is less or somebody is more. Always, I mean, somebody who has come for the first time on UBI platform will relate to it once you stay back with us. That UBI is a family. UBI has never been called a though or for the tagline it is global platform connecting creative minds. But I always say that UBI is a family. It's actually that bond which we have created amongst us, and thanks to that bond, with one just message flashing somewhere, Afsana calls and says that I want to be a part of the celebration. So Jata, if I just say hi to her, is yeah, yes, I'm there. Whatever be the problems or whatever, we take time out for each other. And Lalita holding my hand today, managing such a big task of the book distribution happening at the back end. This is the beauty of this virtual relationship and connections which we have.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful session, in fact. Thank you, Lalta, for connecting us with so many new faces as well today. And
Thank you to you and to UBI all the time. And let me, the books that you just mentioned, which I have published, let me tell everyone that my journey started from UBI and my book publication started from UBI. So UBI has been my home, my Mica, whatever name you can give it. So I will always, always remain
so happy
grateful,
to
and thank you to UBI, the platform. Thank you to you, Sapna. Yes.
thank the Lord that He connected us and
Yes,
the
yes.
universe is with us. So that's why we
Yes.
could run together so many years and many more to
Yes.
come. And Preeti, first time I think I'm hearing you, but wonderfully you have presented. I've read a lot about your poetry. I think you have also participated earlier, maybe in a couple of times, but I've read otherwise as well. Gauri, wonderful connecting with you today. First time though, but it's been a pleasure meeting you both. Prisha as well, welcome to the community, Prisha. On behalf of the full team, all three of you are welcome to the
Thank you.
community. Stay
Thank
connected.
you,
We
ma'am.
have so many groups. Keep posting. Stay connected on Facebook. You can stay connected on WhatsApp as well. Contests keep happening. Even without contest, you can keep writing. Whatever you're writing, just keep sharing with us. Just that we don't allow links, so you will probably have to post as a separate post on that community. Rest is all are welcome. And yeah, I'm so happy, Sujata. I could see you today again, and I was more happier with the background. So many times we have struggled with this background. Saraswati also could manage the background today. I'm like so happy to see that. Sometimes
Yeah.
these technical glitches, it's so difficult. Sometimes it doesn't happen. So don't be disheartened, Preeti. These two sitting over here have had many times like you not had a background with them.
Even I didn't have a background earlier.
Yeah.
I think 2 or
So many
3
times
years
it
back.
happens, it doesn't work. So
I have to borrow
Okay.
the
So don't be
borrow the
disheartened.
laptop.
I'm
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
my first open mic was without a background.
without it. So Preeti, here you have so
That's
many
how you
people
start.
sitting here, so don't get disheartened, okay? I know how it feels, because so many people have that background and you don't have it and you feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. It's okay. It's a wonderful session. Once again, let us thank the community who has made it happen. And Lalita, any closing words if you have? Otherwise, we can
Yeah,
say.
I just want to say that let us remember that poetry will not end when the microphone switches off. It will travel with us, linger in our conversations, and revisit us in quiet hours.
Absolutely.
And maybe, and especially to UBI, I would like to say that 8 years of United by Ink, and still the pages are not full. May the next years bring more voices, more courage, more stories waiting to be told.
Absolutely,
A
they will.
very, very happy birthday to UBI again and again, and best
Absolutely,
wishes.
they will because you all are there holding the light. The torchbearers are all around us to take care of the UBI. So why to worry? We'll have more torchbearers being added every
Yes,
year
yes,
probably.
yes.
I can see another torchbearer looking at me
In the
from the
making, yes.
sides here. So many people out there. And we have diamonds sitting with us. We have diamond category awards and torchbearer awards every year, which comes up. So be there full year with us and be there in that list next year. Looking forward to the connections.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
once
once
again.
again, everybody.
Thank you,
And
thank
all
Thank
you.
those who are watching us on YouTube and even all of us here. Tomorrow we have a day which will be celebrating the younger writers or presenters. Navankur Goshti, we call it. Morning, there is a bunch of students coming from Delhi. There are like 8 or 10 students coming from Silvan Public School. They are hardly 5 or 6 year or 7 years old children. They are hosting the show, they're presenting the show. Obviously, the teachers have worked hard with them, the parents might have worked harder with them. Thanks to them, they will be presenting tomorrow. And in the afternoon, we have a career counseling session along with the Navankur Goshti, wherein we have a session sponsor, Dr. Netra Neelam. She is an ex Symbiosis director, and she has her own career counseling company now. She will be joining us tomorrow in the afternoon. Anybody who wants to know more about career counseling or any support if you need for any students around you, stay connected. Tomorrow the host in the evening is Arush Iyer. He's also a young lad. He will be hosting tomorrow, and there will be other youngsters who will be presenting as well. So stay tuned. And 15th is a closing ceremony where is a special episode. So whoever has participated, do not miss the closing ceremony. We would like to see you there on the YouTube commenting and listening and liking us as well. Thank you so much once again. Thanks, Lalita.
Thank you,
for
Sapna.
holding
Thank
the
you,
meeting.
UBI. Thank you to
Thank
every one
you.
of you who came here and to the audience who were listening. Thank you.
Yes, a very big thank you to all the audience who's listening to